So today I want to venture into abstract mixed media art. And if you're asking me what the heck is abstract mixed media art, I don't know. We're on the same boat. I don't exactly know how to define it either. You know what? I kind of akin it to like my hair. My hair is like one big hot mess, and I lie to myself and tell me it's a work of art. It's the same thing with abstract mixed media. There are no rules, at least none that I'm aware of. At least that's what, again, what I tell myself. So, welcome to the ColourArte's Abundance of Color Spring event. My name is Tiffany Remijn. Welcome to my channel. And meet you down on the canvas. Let's create some chaos. Hot mess.
Okay, so today we're going to start with some extra fine modeling paste. This is a local brand, well, European brand, I guess. Maybe it's German. I don't think it's Dutch. I'm not exactly sure. But I am going to put the modeling paste around the perimeter of the canvas to kind of create a little bit of a vignette and various texture. I will put some in the middle of the canvas at some point. And of course, as per usual, I put way too much of my palette knife. I don't want to put it back in the container, so I'm just going to throw it down here on the canvas. Remember, there are no rules. One tip I could give you, play with the palette knife. You know what, drag it through any way you want, even wait for it to set up a little bit and kind of knock down some of the lumps and bumps and texture on the canvas. Really creates a really cool effect. Yeah, that's really the only tip I have. And then once I'm done playing, I'm just gonna let this sit overnight until the following day before I actually start applying any of the paint. Now, even though I'm using a silicone mat, I do lay down some plastic wrap so that I can actually mix my paints here that I'm going to apply on the canvas. It just makes it a little bit easier for cleanup. Now, this is just gesso, and I'm going to mix it with the quinacridone magenta from a Vivid Intense from ColourArte. And because I want to kind of divide the canvas in, well, two-thirds and one-third, and one I want to do like a deep magenta color, and the other side I want to do like gold. So I'm kind of just priming the modeling paste, and I'm adding the color just so that, you know, I don't have any white canvas kind of showing through. Another tip with the plastic wrap is I cover the leftover paint. That way it doesn't dry out while I'm waiting to continue on. That way I already have enough paint mixed over in case I want to use that color again. And then for the other portion, this is Hansa Yellow, and I mixed it again with gesso, and I'm just applying it with a paintbrush just to prime up the modeling paste before I apply the rest of the acrylic paint. Now, I'm super impatient, so I'll wait for that to dry. I've taken some oxide black and some phthalo blue, and I'm just gonna do the edges of the canvas in this dark color because I like to do that. And now that that's dry, I'm gonna take some more quinacridone magenta, some gesso, my leftover bubblegum paint. I'm actually going to mix my pouring medium in with the quinacridone magenta, mix it up, and then I'm just gonna play with various techniques in order to get the color down on the canvas. So this is just with a paintbrush, brushing it across the canvas. I add some water to my paintbrush if it's not watery enough and spreading easily enough. At some point, I will also, you know, remove paint with a paper towel. Yeah, that's all that this is. And then I will just keep adding layer upon layer, sometimes with the catalyst wedge, or sometimes just with the palette knife, sometimes with a paintbrush, and I'll just keep layering the colors on top of each other. One color that I will use also with the quinacridone magenta is the Alizarian Rose. I find that it's a really nice complement to the quinacridone magenta. So again, remember, it's only paint. You can put as many layers as you want. It doesn't matter until you get the desired look that you want. And this is the Alizarian Rose mixed with my pouring medium. Same thing. I'm just gonna keep applying layer upon layer. And then I'll switch to the other side back and forth while it's drying one side and play with the other side. And one thing I do wanna mention, this entire piece, with the exception of a color that you're gonna see that I bring in later on, which is a turquoise blue by Amsterdam, these are all Vivid Intense acrylic paints. And I mix them with gesso to give them a little bit more body and to, you know, change the color. I also mix some of the colors together. Like for instance, this is Indian Yellow, Tuscan Gold, and then I mixed it with my pouring medium. And then I added some Aztec Bronze, some of my yellow, pale yellow color, and some Hansa Yellow Light. And look at the beautiful ochre color that I got. So like I did on the other side, I'm just gonna keep applying layer upon layer. So, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, today is the Abundance of Color Spring event. And what exactly does that mean? That means that there are 16 ColourArte affiliates that are all premiering today in a train. Leslie Onstead has gone before me. Up after me is Lance over at Pouring Together with Lance Travis. And then there's a whole slew of artists coming in after Lance. Now, in the description box below is all of the contest details. But in essence, there are 17 prizes that you're eligible to win. There will be 16 prizes from each channel, which are $75 worth of the Vivid Intense new fluorescent colors. By liking and commenting on each one of the affiliate videos, you will be entered to win a channel prize. And then on top of that, there's a secret phrase that will be coming up in each one of our videos. Write that down, email it over to ColourArte, and you will be entered to win a grand prize, which is a $400 shopping spree with ColourArte. Now, of course, I don't expect you to remember all of that because I struggled to even tell you all of that. So remember, everything is in the description box below. And one last thing though, as I mentioned, secret phrase, mine is abundance. Now, hopefully you had a pen ready and you actually wrote that down. If not, go grab one and come back. And finally, after all of the multiple layers that I've had to put down in order to get kind of the background color I was trying to achieve, I'm going to add some additional details. I'm going to use the palette knife, scrape on some colors, all the colors that I've used previously. And again, all of those colors will be listed in the description below. And of course, I forgot to mention I am a ColourArte affiliate, so you can utilize my code on the ColourArte site in order to get a 20% discount on all of your ColourArte needs. So I'm just going to finish this up. I hope that you enjoyed today's premiere and my abstract mixed media, and I hope to see you again. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so that you can see when I play with more ColourArte paint or just, you know, create a hot mess down on my canvas.